I have watched the first and the second movie, and I am glad there's a third because the second movie didn't really exactly hit it out of the park, if you know what I mean. And boy, did this one delivers. Plus, I relate to him so much when it comes to having a dog. I would definitely feel murderous if anyone messes with my fur babies. No one should ever hurt my puppies. No one. Good morning, afternoon, evening, everyone. Hi, my name is Myra and welcome back to my channel. Hi! How are you guys? I hope you all doing great. If not, I'm sure you will get past this wherever it is that you're facing right now. And if you're new here, hi! My name is Myra and I make movie reviews and trailer reactions and a lot of things in between. Sometimes it has to do with movies or series or anything else that I can fangirl at. So welcome! And if you haven't, please click that bell button besides my subscribe button so you will be notified if I upload something new. The first John Wick movie caught me, and I'm sure everyone else that is not familiar with this character, by surprise. One moment we thought he was this lonely widower who loves his wife so much and get a dog as his parting gift, until we finally learned that he's actually a very deadly assassin that can hunt anything or anyone that he needed to hunt. He's just a very deadly and vengeful man. The second movie, for me, is a bit mediocre because John Wick is just basically a lapdog, a hired assassin for a certain person, and then he got backstabbed and got a contract put on his head before he killed his employer in a neutral territory. Messed up, isn't it? Then he got the status of excommunicado, and that's where chapter 3 began. Basically, everyone wants him dead for a whooping amount of $14 million. The money that anyone would get for killing him. Now, I can't really tell you even a small synopsis of this movie because there's a lot of new details come up in this third installment. So if you haven't seen the movie, I suggest you freshen up first by watching John Wick and John Wick chapter 2, and then you can finally safely see this chapter 3. And in this video, please stop if you haven't seen the chapter 3 because there will be a lot of spoilers after this. The movie starts right after chapter 2 ends, so there's no time gap involved, so we don't miss anything important. The title that John Wick held right now is the worst kind of future any assassin could get. If I'm not mistaken, excommunicado means he's not only being hunted by everyone else, he also cannot use any services that the high table provided, including visits to the doctor, or let's say buy any kind of weapons, or seek asylum. That is not available as well. But if I said this wrong, for those of you who know John Wick better than me, please correct me and leave comments down below. This is a different situation than the second movie. He got a contract put on his head, but at least he still can use some of the services that is available from the high table just by spending the gold coins that he has. But now he can only depend to the people that owe him or the favors that he hasn't checked out yet. With this, we get a glimpse of his life before he met his wife, the place where he grew up, and the people that he helped. I also think that this is the first time that we saw John Wick as someone who is vulnerable. Well, except when the first movie started, I guess. And he was looking for some kind of guidance and clarity in his life, which was great, making me feel that the story is going personal again, just like in the first movie. Also, the reason why I said that you have to watch the previous two movies is because there are a lot of details that are being derived from those two films. One is the presence of a mark. If you don't know what a mark is, it's just like the circular thingy. If you open it, there's a stamp of blood from the thumb of someone. I don't know how else to describe it. And that mark is come up when someone owes someone else a favor, and the carrier of the mark can ask for anything they need from the person whose blood was inside the mark. I hope I explained it right. If you know better, please correct me in the comments down below. I forgot about that and I had to rewatch John Wick Chapter 2 to figure it out. And also when John was shot by Sophia, I was shocked. I kind of forgot that he was using bulletproof clothing. I thought he would have to endure yet another bullet wound here. The tone of the movie is still pretty much the same, dark, but with a different splash of colors, this time focusing on bright green and purple-ish neon. The action's still amazing as well, as gory as I remembered. Only this time the director slash filmmakers incorporated some of more creative actions other than your average fists and gunfights. In one scene, a lot of knife throwing was involved. In the other, John Wick decides to use horses to his advantage, where they will kick his enemies to death. But my all-time favorite is when he meets Sophia, who was played by Halle Berry, and she has two beautiful and deadly dogs who are willing to do her bidding, and they are extremely loyal. Their fight together was by far my favorite because the dogs were actively involved. They slayed, okay? They can be so vicious and yet adorable at the same time. I want one. Heck, I want 4! Another scene that has a special place in my heart is when John Wick has to fight 2 shinobis. And if you are wondering what language they are talking about, it was Indonesian. It was my language and Keanu Reeves killed it. Even though he only speaks one sentence. Both of the actors who were the shinobis were also Indonesian, obviously. One is Yayan Ruhian and the other is Cecep Arif Rahman. The fighting style that they mostly showed is called Pencaksilat, a native fighting style to Indonesia. And I couldn't be more proud. I squealed when I see them. Plus, when I learned that Keanu was the one who wanted the Indonesian dialogue, I just died a little inside. I love you, Mr. Wick. Thank you for being the part of the people that put Indonesia on the international film industry. I thank you very, very much. Although I have to say that there's something a little bit odd in the last gunfight scene that they have. They just seem to spend a lot of bullets. That's all. It's as if the people that he was fighting were zombies. You have to make sure they're dead by shooting them multiple times. I just think it's a waste of time and bullets. But hey, it makes the scene more exciting, so I still accept it. There's also subtle humors inserted in several of the shots and several of the scenes, including, but not limited to, when John Wick and his enemies run out of bullet at the same time. And then they have to reload together, but John Wick was faster, and that's how he kills the rest of his enemies. It was entertaining, but still doesn't change the tone of the movie, which was great. Now for the characters. Aside from the previous characters, I have to say that the most memorable one for me is Sophia. Not only that she is a badass, Halle Berry is able to portray this character as a ruthless killer, but with a sensitive side. I wish I could see her daughter in the next installment of the movie maybe, or the series, because I heard that they will be making a series based on John Wick. So I'm just curious, will she be as cool as her mother? That's all. Plus, Sophia also has those dogs who are also the star of the show. So let's please delve more into Sophia. Please? And the character that I wish to be dead but isn't because he's just a little dinkerhead is the adjudicator. Sadly, she is still alive. I hate her with gutso. Now, as usual, should you watch this movie? Now, if you can handle the gore, the action, and if you are curious about the fate of John Wick, then by all means watch this. It is better than the second one with creativity instilled in a lot of the action scenes, plus it has a more sensible storyline. Now I just cannot wait for the series to come out. And that is all I have for you guys today. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you liked this movie review, and if you do, don't forget to comment, like, subscribe, follow me on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter. They are in my description below. Thank you again so much for watching. I have to drink because my throat is itchy, but I hope you like this video, and as always, I will see you next time.